Hello, good evening, and welcome to evaluation race number 2 on the PSGL channel. My name is Lordy-MK. I am joined with C-Type Demon, also known as Matt Romano. Say hi, Matt.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me.
It's alright, my dude. We are a bit early starting. Normally start at 8 PM, but the host of the lobby is very eager, and everybody is here tonight for what is hoping to be a clean and eventful race. I don't know about yourself, Matt, but there has been a few dodgy ones, hasn't there, throughout the evaluation proceedings?
Just there have, and then with tonight, with only racing line allowed being the first time PSGL's banning any form of assist, it might be interesting to everybody who hasn't gotten used to it yet. So,
yes, I have to agree. As just watched Wommer exit the pits in the Red Bull. Matt, do you want to just take us through all of the drivers? I actually have no game sound in my headphones.
Really?
Yes, so that's very, very interesting.
So 16 drivers tonight. We have Woma in the Red Bull. We have Francis in the McLaren. Lewis 11004 in the Haas. Ash Best 122 in the Mercedes. My fellow admin in F6, Lickle, in the McLaren as well. KB Killer Zone, or otherwise known as Brady, will be in the Renault. I was going to make fun of you by saying only TG for the TTG guy, but Ali in the Racing Points. Gotta get used to saying that now instead of Force India. Lambo will be your other Renault. Bugatti, to nobody's surprise, in the Ferrari. Onyx is also in the McLaren with Ash. Jaketex, last season's F2 champion, will be in the Toro. Maxi Luca will be the second Haas on the grid. My teammate and Constructors champion from F6 last season, Brandon Glover, will be in the Williams. LR Praga also in the Williams. Will Murdoch will be in the Red Bull. And rounding out the last of the 16 drivers is Sam Bam Kid in the Ferrari.
Yeah, well, we've got a pretty jam-packed grid full of a lot of talent here tonight. I'm just going to check the stream because obviously I've got no audio at the moment. So I'm just going to check the stream, see if there's any audio on the stream. I've got no audio at the moment, so I'm just going to check the stream, see if there's any audio on the stream. There is audio on the stream, so that's all that matters. So I don't need to hear the game. That's absolutely fine as long as the stream hears it. Obviously a bit of a slow start, a bit of a rushed start has to be said, because Lickle was very eager to start, which is a bit of annoying for myself, bearing in mind I was meant to be here at 5 past to get everything and the stream sorted. But thank you very much, Lickle, appreciated. Anybody on a lap that you can see? Matt?
Sam Bam's just starting a lap.
I think Ash is the closest on the soft compounds in the Mercedes, who's also P4. Don't really want to keep an eye on anybody who's setting a time on hard tyres or mediums, really. It's all about the soft runners, so I just want to have a look at just to see the pace wise. Obviously everybody's doing different strategies, but the soft runners are going to be setting the quickest lap times and they are going to be further up the table. But I think Ash Best is just about to complete a lap in the Mercedes, or is he just starting one? He is just starting one.
Invalid.
Oh no, invalid. Interesting from Ash Best, as Francis in the McLaren goes pole position with a 143.0, which is a very respectable lap time for Francis. Brandon Glover heads into turn 1 just after setting a lap time going P2, but now he's P3 because there's a Renault, a mysterious Renault with a lovely pink glossy helmet. Zone 22, who has taken the second position spot. Onyx has just ended up in 4th position. The times are flying through. One was 5th, Prague has just gone 6th, 7th for Will in the other Red Bull. Bugatti is now 8th, and Lewis is on the hard tyre, so we won't mention that. Not a respectable lap time from him.
And Maxi into the pits instead of finishing his lap.
Maxi is a very interesting driver. Obviously, we know him very well. He's very hit and miss, isn't he? One day he can pull out the stops and he can be one of the quickest drivers on the track, and next he can be a bit of a flop. and not really perform. Hopefully today in the evaluation race he can show us his best, the best of Maxi Luca, and hopefully he can get into F1, which I think is what he's hoping to get into league-wise.
Yeah, I think he could do it. He just needs some consistency, but you know, like you said, he has flashes of it. You just gotta wrangle it in and do it the whole season.
Yeah, of course, I've had the privilege of racing with Maxi Luca myself in a couple of these leagues, and yeah, he is a force to be reckoned with on track, but he does lose his head, I have noticed, with Maxi, so he just needs to keep it together, keep it on track, and then hopefully he will get a good result. There is a Ferrari and a McLaren in the last sector, and the McLaren is just completely blocked the Ferrari on a lap. That is not Sam Bam, it's Bugatti, and Bugatti's, yeah, he's had to pull into the pit lane. He was on a lap, and it wasn't Lickle, it was Francis in the McLaren who's completely blocked him. So unfortunate for Bugatti there, a bit of unsportsmanlike behaviour from the McLaren. So
Lickle's had a spin.
Oh, just mentioning a McLaren, and Lickleblocks has gone off on the medium compound. So people not confident, Matt, in the soft tyre. I know myself, I did run softs to medium, no, not to medium, softs to hards in my evaluation race, and I do believe that is the best strategy, but a lot of people not opting for the softs for whatever reason. I don't think people are comfortable. Maybe want to do mediums to softs, or maybe mediums to hards if they're really struggling with tyre wear, but I think that's a bit of a stupid move.
Yeah. Well, if I were to show up for my evaluation race, which I couldn't because I've had to reinstall my game 8 times since I bought it, but I would have gone mediums to softs.
Well, yeah, like you say, you've had a bit of dodgy dealings with a couple of with your F1 game, haven't you? Here, there, and everywhere. Just people coming out the pits now. Ash Best still yet to set a lap time out on another set of soft compound tyres. Ash Best obviously has been struggling this game, from the sources that have told me, and did struggle last season in 2018, obviously yellow flags in sector 1. Did struggle the latter stages of F1 2018 because he ran no assists, I believe. So Ash looking to impress, hopefully get into F1. He was good quick last game, but no assists have been in play apart from racing line. So let's hope and see if he can put in a good show for us.
Exactly. He just was one of the brightest young guys in the league until the last game happened and he struggled. But, you know, got plenty of time to practice now, and hopefully he gets back to the form he was in 2017.
Yeah, of course. Like you say, a lot of young talent entering PSGL at the moment, as we see Maxi Luca come around the bus stop chicane, looking to start a lap, but he's all over the place. Starting the lap, that's not a very good start to the lap for Maxi Luca in the Haas car. Just having a look at the fitted tyres for everybody else. See yellow flags in sector 2, just think it's slow cars moving out of the way. It is qualifying. I will run on board with Maxi in the Haas at the moment. Just coming up Eau Rouge into La Source. Here he is. Beautiful, beautiful for Eau Rouge. Activates the DRS. There is a Red Bull that he is approaching on the rundown. Into the second sector, the start of the second sector. Oh, a bit of a tiny lock up on the front right, but no, nails it so far. Maxi Luca hitting every apex, kissing every apex beautifully as Woman moves out of the way into turn 2. A long sweeping right-hander, a lock up on the front right again from Maxi Luca from the spectator cam. Oh, he's using a lot of curb and maybe a bit too much for my liking. The back end just stepped up there. Going into the long left-hand, very fast left-hander, 6th gear normally, but he's definitely wrenching it. Could have shifted to 7th a bit earlier, but wants to keep the revs nice and high, does Maxi. Just finishing off the second sector now. Lovely swooping right and left handers coming up. Very difficult corners as he's run monstrously wide. Oh, it's a bit of a scraggly lap from Maxi. It looked clean, but a few of these corners have let him down. Oh, he's gone horrendously wide again, pushing the limits. I'm pretty sure you caught that as well, Matt, but he is getting a lovely tow from Bugatti in the Ferrari. Will Bugatti move out of the way? He's definitely not on a lap because he's going way too slowly, but Bugatti giving him a lovely tow. There you go, Maxi Luca through Blanchimont, coming into the bus stop chicane. Oh, look at the brake pressure. He nails the first one. A lot of wheel lock and rotation going into the final part of the bus stop, and as he comes to the line, Maxi Luca sets a 1:43.7. Not very good, has to be said. Not a very good lap time. It did look very scraggly. I beat that. Let's put it that way.
Now,
so
he's returning the favor. He's about to give Bugatti a tow down the Camel Straight here.
Well, down the Camel Straight, Bugatti is looking at that Haas like a Sunday roast, isn't it? Yum yum, give me some of that slipstream. And yeah, he's definitely taking it with both hands and grafts onto it. As I won't watch Bugatti actually, I'll just see if anybody else is coming to an end of a lap. Lewis is coming to the end of a lap in a Haas on the mediums. Does improve, but doesn't improve in position. Ash Best is about to cross the line and goes pole position with a 42.8. Oh, I'm glad I caught a glimpse of that. That was a monstrous lap from Ash Best. Takes P1, not the best lap I've seen through these evaluation races, but nonetheless a very, very respectable and good lap time from Ash Best if he is running no assists. Just seeing if anybody else is out on track. Francis is also out on track in the McLaren, just about to cross the line. It's going to be a 1:42.8 and goes pole position by 0.05 of a second. So it's very, very tight at the top. Brandon Glover's made his way up to P3 in the Williams. 4 tenths off though, Matt. So there is a bit of a dip from the top two to the rest of the field.
Yeah, there is. That's actually impressive from Brandon, who was 5 divisions lower than those guys last season, to be only 4 tenths behind.
It's like you say, this game has either graced some drivers or ruined some drivers' careers, and at this rate Brandon's looking to be in F2. That is a fantastic lap time. I've not seen lap times like that from drivers under the division bracket of F4, it has to be said. So congratulations to Brandon. That's a very, 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 very good lap time. I don't know what assist he is running, but definitely F2 pace, judging by that qualifying lap.
Well, obviously he's running no assist because we're in this lobby.
Oh, is every assist turn off, even racing line?
Oh, racing line's on, but that's it.
Just racing line.
Because these are both the F1 and F2 lobbies.
Oh wow, so every assist is off. It's just been clarified by Matt. So wow, fantastic performance from Brandon. But saying that, Lickle Blocks has overtaken him and gone P3 with a 43.1, but it's not good enough from Lickle, in my opinion. Said he was struggling on this game with the no assists, and it has to be said, definitely not keeping up with some of the other quicker guys like Blizzard, Ash and Francis. Just going through the field. Brandon, I do believe, is on an out lap, so we won't go on board with him. There's a Mercedes coming into the pit lane. I think Wommer. Where's Wommer going to be on a lap? It looks nice and tidy from him, taking a lot of curbs on the entry. As Jacob Tex puts it on pole position, completely missed that with a 142.7. Bloody hell, couldn't even read then. 142.7 from Jacob Tex. He's been very quick in some of the lobbies I've raced with him, and proving he's the pick of the bunch at the moment. Fantastic lap time. Here we go, Wommer. Is he starting a lap? Yeah, he's starting a lap. Sandman Kid's pitted. You got something for me, Matt?
I know. That one will put into the pits.
Is Lickle Blocks on another lap? Oh no, he's not. He must be pulling him into the pit lane. It's hard to judge. Sometimes people use max ERS when they're going through Blanchimont and they're not even on a lap. So interesting strategies from some drivers. Just cycling through the grid now. Ollie looks like he's about to start a lap.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So everybody making their last couple adjustments that they need to make for their final lap. 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes, and a bit disappointing from some of the drivers. Maxi Luca, I think, is definitely up there. Sam Bam's normally a bit quicker as well. Lambo, they're not respectable lap times. You know, these lap times have been beaten by the likes of me, and I'm 3 divisions lower than these guys, so they need to step it up. Bugatti in the 144s, so I don't know what he's playing at. Also, Praga, I did a quicker lap time in my evaluation race, so you know, if I'm being genuine, I would have put it 10th, and this is supposed to be the fastest lobbies, Matt. I know they're running no assists, and I'm not, so they do have an excuse to some degree, but these drivers are meant to be the pick of the bunch, the best of the rest, and at the moment we're not really seeing it, are we, Matt? A lot of 43s out there.
Yeah, Well, some of the guys, their first laps were on the harder tires too, so.
Yeah, it has to be said.
But
You may be right. I'm just judging on the likes of Bugatti, Maxi Lucas, Sandbound Kid, who have fitted the soft tyre, and at the moment I'm just checking best times, and everybody apart from TTG Ollie, the name that keeps eluding me, and Lewis 001 apart from them two, everybody set a tyre on soft tyres, Matt. So yeah,
so can't use that excuse.
Yeah, not a very poor showing, it has to be said, at the moment in this second race. Let's hope people are faring a bit better in the first race, which has been streamed by is it Big C and Leon?
Yeah, Leon's streaming, I think, just so Big C could focus on the stuff.
Yeah, so Big C and Leon is streaming the #1 race. If you would like to pop over and have a look at that as well. We do have a lot of talent in both of the leagues, in both of the races tonight, I should say. So, you know, take your pick. Take your pick. Just watching Sandbam Kid though, going through Blanchimont. I'm just about to start a lap. I don't really know who I want to go on board with. There's a lot of drivers out there just starting laps now. Obviously Jaketex is going to be one of the first ones to complete his lap, and also Lewis is on the soft tyre. But I think TTG Ollie is going to be the man in the racing point. Currently in 15th position. He's going to get held up. Brandon Glover's just parked in the middle of the road. Oh, that's going to compromise him. Oh no, poor TTG Ollie. He's still going to complete his lap. It does look quite venomous in that racing point. Going through Blanchimont at 204 miles per hour, going through a left-hander, a very fast left-hander, a lot of G-force on the back of the neck, I can imagine. Maybe not in your bedroom, but definitely in the cockpit. Here he goes. Through the bus stop chicane. He's going to activate DRS. Is he going to do it perfectly? Yes, he is. This man's on fire. And Ollie goes P11. So not a very good lap time. There was a Haas that I need to go on board with of Lewis, and he's gone off at the bus stop. So Lewis has messed up his chance to set a time on the soft compounds. And that's it. Game over for Lewis. Jacob Tex, I think, is the next one to come across the line. In the Toro Rosso going through Blanchimont, Buddy Elm running out of oxygen. He's got a lot of ERS to be deploying. Anyway, Ash Best is going to be in the way. I don't know if Ash is on a lap. No, Ash is going to move out of the way to start his lap. Compromising Jacob Tex going into the bus stop chicane. He's already P1. Can he improve, Jacob Tex? No, it's still P1 for Jacob Tex, but no improvement. Anybody else close to ending the lap? One was starting. There's a Ferrari of Sambam Kid. We're going to stay on board with him currently in 10th position. Not a respectable lap time from Sambam Kid. Like I said, these lap times are equivalent to me in the evaluation races, which is not very good in my opinion, that these drivers should be setting. But Sambam Kid looking at one with his Ferrari, he must have nailed the lap. He's going to come across the line, just going through the bus stop now. What's he going to set? A 1:43.3. Sambam Kid to 7th position, first across the line. Onyx is the next to cross the line, I do believe, in a P8 at the moment, just been overtaken by Sambam Kid. A 1:43.3. Here he goes through the bus stop. This looks very fast. This is going to be a 1:42. I can feel it in my bones. 1:42.8 for Onyx. Moves himself up into the top 3. Next across the line, I believe, is Brandon Glover. This man has been in the lower divisions compared to some of these drivers, but has turned up the wick on his F1 career, and he's looking to impress, isn't he, Matt? As he comes around the final corner, it's going to be a 1:43.1. He does improve, but it's only 5th position as Will goes P5 in the Red Bull. We're going to see a McLaren as well come through the final corner. It is Lickle Blocks. Lickle Blocks is going to set a 1:42.9 and go to P6. Just going through the grid. Red Bull coming across the line with Wommer. P12 at the moment. It goes up to P7. These are more respectable lap times. 1:43.0. Anybody else out on track? Ollie, Ash Best, the masked man to cross the line, and no improvement. He's actually gone slower. And the last one to cross the line, yeah, is Ollie. Ollie, oi, 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 oi. Last one to cross the line, wasting my time. And as he retires from the session. Well, I was criticising a few of the drivers, Matt, but they definitely turned the wick up for the latter stages of qualifying. So there you go. There you have it. The top 10. First place, Jacob Tex with a 1:42.7. Fantastic lap time from him. And I mean just behind is Francis in P2 in the McLaren. Then comes KB Killer Zone in P3. Good performance from him. Onyx is P4, P5 Ash Best, P6 Lickle Blocks. Wommer takes up the 7th position. 8th position is Will. 9th position is Brandon. Top 10 for Brandon, very impressive. 10th is Sambam Kid. 11th is Lambo. 12th is Bugatti. Praga is 13th. 14th is Ollie. 15th is Maxi Luca. Terrible qualifying from him and Praga and Ollie, has to be said. And last but certainly not least, who didn't get to complete his soft run of the lap time, was Lewis 11004. Sounds like a phone number. There's I think I need a break, Matt. I think you can take us through the formation lap because I need a Red Bull.
Alright.
So I'll be back in a moment.
Hopefully it gives you some wings.
Mate, it needs to give me some oxygen. I don't know about wings. Or some sugar. I need it. Anyway, back in a moment. I'll leave you in the comfortable hands of Matt Romano.
Alright. Everyone's choosing their fuel loads, tire strategies. Other than the top 10, they're stuck with what they got. Everybody else gets to choose whether they want the softs or the mediums to start. Maybe somebody will go with the hards. Get a few more check marks here. 5 seconds till the session starts. Alright. For tires, Lambo starting at 11th, we'll go with the softs. Bugatti in 12th with the mediums, Praga in 13th with the hards, and then 14th, 15th, and 16th are all on the mediums as well.
Well, maybe I'll return. Anything crack-a-lacking, Matt?
Nope, just right off who's on what tire. Yeah. Everyone looks like a clean formation lap so far, no shenanigans.
That's what you want, a good clean formation lap. I've seen dirty formation laps and it never ends well for the race because people are already peed off. Yep. So hopefully we can have some clean and hopefully fast racing. Actually, there's a lot of drivers that have underperformed and a lot of drivers that have overperformed, but especially underperformed in these evaluation races. It is only meant to be a basis. It's not, obviously, last season and on the 2018 game is supposed to be the main reason and the main kind of bolster for yourself to enter the league that you want to be in. But these races give probably some of the lower leagues a bit of a chance to come up and show the admins and the directors what they can do and obviously boost themselves up. Hopefully get in a faster league. Hopefully get a bit more recognition as well. Maybe a bit more screen time from either yourself or from me, Matt, because I know we're going to be commentating on hopefully a lot of the leagues during this season. So it should be very impactful and fun next couple of months.
Exactly, and even if they don't make the impact today to make it into the top division as most of these guys are gunning for, if they put a spark out there that makes everyone go, going to keep an eye on that guy in the division lower to see what they do. If somebody leaves in the top division, they might just slide right back up to where they want to be.
Exactly, mate. Yeah, absolutely right. And Flying Throne, just obviously checking the comments, making some hashtag ask Lordy F1 or CTR, and CTR meaning Crash Team Racing. I do have to agree, I'm the king of Crash Team Racing. If you want to 1v1 me, feel free, but you will lose. As we see the grid form up for the end of the formation lap, who should I go on board with? The 4th position is normally a pretty juicy position to get your hands on. As we see the grid form up, so Ash Best is going to be my main target going into turn 1, I do believe. Got yellow.
Board with Lewis.
Excellent. As you see, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the start of the Belgium Grand Prix, and here we go. Lights out and away we go. As Ash Best gets a fantastic start, so does Jacob Tex. And the Renault's fallen down a few positions, but he's gone for a bit of a dive bomb into turn 1. All contact with the McLaren, but everybody makes through cleanly so far. Go on, Matt.
Red Bull's off.
Oh, there's a Red Bull off in the background.
Yep.
Just collecting my thoughts going through top of Eau Rouge. Everybody seems single file at the moment. Nothing to report on at the moment as Maxi Luca makes up a position from P13. Anybody going to challenge? Ash is going to go down the inside. Oh, but round the outside is going to be his teammate of Onyx. No. Onyx has actually made the position on Ash down the straight, so I do apologise. Got them two a bit mixed up. Ash is the one with the red helmet, Lordy boy. As we see VSR Lambo making up positions into P8. Liquor Blocks, I think, started P6, so he has fallen down a bit. Sambam Kid makes a move on Bugatti. The two Ferraris scrapping it out. Oh, but is he going to come back at him? This is not a corner you really want to be overtaken on. No, Bugatti is smart and backs out of it. Bugatti on the medium compound tyres, so he has made a good initial getaway. A lot of these drivers on soft compounds, especially the top 10. And yeah, single file it seems for the moment, Matt.
Oh, Lewis and Haas just lost the back end, clipping the curb, but he gathered it back under control and he's off still, or off the race system.
Yeah, we've got yellow flags in sector 3.
That's Maxi Luke. Oh boy, big crash. Onyx, Maxi.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah, I've just seen on the position changes and falling down the grid, just trying to stay with obviously the front runners because it is lap 1. Jakey Tex has fallen from pole position. Don't know what's happened there. Francis is on the getaway charge now. KB Killer Zone is under attack from everybody. It has to be said. Everybody wants a bite of that cherry. As Jakey Tex is leading the charge on the Renault. He's got good traction though out of turn 1, going up to Blanchimont, not Blanchimont, but Eau Rouge. Get your corners right, Lewis.
Oh boy, big crash.
Big crash again. Oh, up Eau Rouge. Oh no, Lewis is off. Ollie's off. Williams is off. Who's that? Brandon Glover? No, it's not Brandon Glover. It's his teammate. It's Praga on the. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, it's a disaster.
Side by side does not work going up the hill.
Oh, big crash. Brandon Glover and Sambam Kid. Oh, at the top of the hill. Oh no, just coming into sector 2. Maxi Luca's going to get caught up with that as well. Yeah, Maxi Luca's just rammed into the Sambam Kid. Dangerous approach back of the. Oh, and Sambam's off with Wommer. Not Wommer, Will, sorry. Oh, the red ball. What's happening? The pedigree of F1, everybody. The pinnacle of racing. No assists.
Will Murdoch's off again too. His tires are overheated.
And oh dearie me, it's an absolute fest of rubbish as we enter nearly lap 3, just entering the back stages of lap 2. Wow.
Hashtag Ask Lordy. Is this a 5-lap lobby or eval race?
hashtag F1 drivers right here. F1 driver carnage as Lambo makes up a position into the bus stop chicane, pushing wide Wommer as he's going to come back at him. Wommer around the outside and maintains the position for P5. Fantastic from Wommer, but I don't think Lambo is going to give this up. Is he going to try around the outside? No, he can't, surely. No, he is, but he's compromised himself. And look who's right behind him. Bugatti on the mediums. So Bugatti's made a fantastic start on the medium compounds compared to these guys. As we see Brandon Glover making a position on Maxi Luca, who's also on the mediums, but it looks like he's having an absolute torrential time back there in P12. I don't think Wommer's going to be under attack from the Renault unless he makes a dive bomb. Oh, he's locked up quite severely there. As we see,
into second.
Yep, Jay has got past. Oh, Onyx has got past Ollie as well. Just coming up to the end of the first sector. He is on the mediums though, Ollie, as he makes contact with the back of the Mercedes, just getting a bit caught up with that gearbox. Just going back to the front. And yeah,
Maxi's off again.
Maxi Luca needs to call it quits. I know it's an evaluation race, position doesn't matter, but them tyres are finished already and it's only lap 2. Too many spins, too many crashes for these drivers. As we can already see where on the back of some of these soft runners, Jacob Texas ran wide at every single corner that I have captured him on. So not going well for Jacob Texas at the moment. Francis pulling a gap of 1.3 seconds, not in the DRS. So Francis is in prime position. As we see, 2 abreast into Blanchimont never works, and I'm glad these drivers have brain cells and have kept it clean for the most part. As we see the Renault going around the outside into the bus stop chicane, JKTX is going to try and squeeze him and go out wide. But no, forfeits the position and he's going to lose another one.
And Ash, he might get both.
Yep, 3 of best into turn 1. Ash Best, he's definitely going to get one, but he's been pushed out on the grass, left out to dry. Going into turn 1, but he's got good traction nonetheless. But JKTX, the biggest loser out of everybody, being a bit courteous, it has to be said, going into the bus stop. And he's not just let one, he's let 2 people past him. But here we go, this is where it all counts. Double, triple, quadruple slipstream for some drivers. It's an absolute cluster. Here we go, 3 abreast, this is what we like to see. Going into the top. Oh, it's never going to work. It's never going to work. JKTX, nowhere to go. He's going to pick up a penalty or illegal overtake surely, but nowhere to go. Yep, there's the illegal overtake.
He gave it back.
A good lad, JKTX. I think brain cells working there. As we see the Ferrari Bugatti, he's up into 5th. Here we go. And I've scrolled the wrong way, but Bugatti makes an absolutely stunning move for P5 and then mediums. This is what the mediums can offer you. The softs die very quickly as he does run wide. On that fast left. Oh, he's gone really wide. Oh dear. He's grass tracking now. Come on, Bugatti, I'm on you. I know it's commentator's curse. As you see yellow flags in sector 2, but if I'm being honest, I'm not really interested because this is the battle I want to see. As we see Wommer, oh, he's lit up the rear tyres, and VSR Lambo snatches the opportunity for P6. This is very juicy as we see Bugatti all over the back of JKTX. JKTX loves burning out his tyres. He may have pace, but he can't take care of his tyres. He takes them for an absolute rodeo round here as we see more yellow flags in sector 2. Matt, if you want to pick up on that.
Maxi has decided that's all he's going to do today.
Yep, some people getting... Oh, as JKTX peels into the pit lane, he's had enough of them tyres. I do believe it's too early, but the hards do go a fair amount. So he should be alright, good old JKTX, but very early pit stop. He should jump some of the leading runners, but like I said, these tyres are going to be worn to the end of the race, so JKTX is going to have to take care of them hards. Just going single file, run down a couple of the grid as we see.
Put mediums on.
Has he put mediums on? Oh wow.
Yeah. Medium
tyres for JKTX. Bold strategy. Only unless he's going for the 2-stop. I would have pitted lap 4 if I'm going for the 2-stop. But that's just me. Little Blocks has also made a pit stop, and Onyx, they are currently 13th and 14th respectively. Just running through the top 10. We currently have Francis in P1, Ashbest P2, P3 at the moment is Killer Zone. Then Bugatti on the mediums doing a fantastic job in P4, Lambo in P5 in the Renault. P6 is Wommer as we see yellow flags in sector 2.
Francis.
I do believe. Oh, it's Francis.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Maybe
so,
took tires too long.
Yeah, it's completely didn't cross my mind. He's going through this fast left-hander and he's got absolutely no grip. So Francis has completely lost it from the lead of the race. He had it all he had all the cards in his corner. Poor old Francis didn't take care of these soft tyres. He had the gap as well, Matt, to just ease off the pace a bit. And
here goes Bugatti to second.
Oh, Bugatti as well into second. Oh my God, it's all kicking off. Lordy boy, they need to get on top of these battles. As Killer Zone, he's not going to make a move. Surely he's going to pit. He's going to pit lap 5. They look dead. They look done, them tyres. Ashbest stays out. Killer Zone says, yep, I've had enough. So Killer Zone in the pit lane. Wommer's also in the pit lane. Francis is going to have to pit. I'm going to watch him, and if he doesn't pit, then he's an idiot. Yep, he pits.
Yeah, he's
And Ollie, he may be a fair bit off Bugatti in P2 at the moment, but Ollie is up to P6 with the mediums on at the moment. Bloody hell, everybody's overtaking everybody in the pit lane, so the timing screen's having a bit of a mare. Lewis is up to P5 with the mediums on. After him, Praga still yet to pit on the hard, so Praga's not in a bad position on the hard compounds. I know he had a spin. He did have a spin earlier in the races. We watched him completely cut Eau Rouge. He did have a spin earlier in the races. Will's retired. Oh, Will's at the back of the grid anyway. Oh well. Can't hack it. Can't hack it. We don't care.
That's why you retired.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. If you're at the back and you're retired, then yeah, there's issues. There's issues. A lot of people opt in for the hard compounds, though, Matt. Has to be said.
Yeah. might play out in Bugatti's hands, because if he takes the mediums long enough, he'll be on the fastest tire at the end of the race.
The thing is with Bugatti is in his mind he must be thinking, can I take these mediums far enough to put on a set of softs? That will be his mindset at the moment, because he knows he's got the pace, because he's shown it in this race and he's done an absolutely fantastic job. He's not in DRS range of Ash, but he's definitely very close. Yep, Sambam Kid rejoining, been complained about in the chat. I do have to agree, I did see that on stream as Ash Best does peel into the pit lane. I think Lambo's going to come in as well. Yep, so Ollie will move up into P2 and Lewis will move up into P3 and 4, but Jacob Tex is all over the back of him actually. Jacob Tex on the medium compounds, he's lighting up them brakes. Oh, he's muscled his way through on Lewis. Ooh. Going into the bus stop. Glowing brakes.
For it.
He got a 10-second penalty for it.
Yeah.
Well, Jacob Tex, too many corner cuts. He has been a bit of a... He's got a bit of a habit of getting a lot of corner cuts. Good old Jacob Tex. But like you say, he is quick. So maybe he can make up the deficit on Lewis on them fresh sets of mediums. Going up through Rouge and La Source is the teammates. No, not the teammates, sorry. Womit and Lambo. And I don't think any move's going to happen. No, Womit is going to go for it. He's got DRS and he's got the slipstream. Yeah, nice easy move on Lambo. Lambo's got nothing to answer for there. Ash Best can't get past Killer Zone. This is crucial for the battle with Bugatti. He was 1.3. He's 1.3 seconds ahead of Bugatti during the pit stops, but if he's going to be stuck behind Killer Zone, then he's going to lose buckets of time. These guys are on the hards as well, so they're probably not heated up to full temperatures yet as we start lap 7. Oh, and Lewis on the mediums. I just caught a glimpse of that going through the left-hander, 4th position. He had a massive snap of oversteer. Just had to correct it, and luckily he's still in this race, but then mediums for him look finished. Oh, just need a bit of a break as we watch a Bugatti go around.
There's a car off track. It's Lewis. Oh, right in front of KB and Ash. But,
yeah.
It's good to see Cody still hasn't fixed the
sorry.
tire glitch.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you. KB and Ash going neck and neck through Blanchimont. It never works, and Ash got pushed all the way off the track. Just caught it on stream. I don't think he's going to fight back. He's locked up going into the bus stop, and Ash Best, feisty stuff from the young man. And makes his way up to P5. Killer Zone won't be happy with that, I don't think. Whether he'll complain or not is another story. But wow, that is something for the history books with Ash. That's a fantastic overtake from him. Bugatti's still leading the way as we see Francis and Lickle battling it out. I think Lewis is pitted. Yep, then mediums are gone. I was right. He was struggling throughout the lap, so whether it's a tyre glitch or he's melted his rear tyres, I don't know. But Lewis is in the pit lane and he is P13 in no man's land. Sambam Kid also in no man's land, back in P14, so we won't really go on board with them guys. Like I say, you've got to be up there to be on the stream coverage. I don't want to see you lingering in P14. You ain't gonna get it. I never got it when I was down there, so you ain't getting it. But no, there's
always put you on camera.
yeah, true. Alright, fair enough, Matt, fair enough. I'll back off. But no, Lewis picks up a 3-second time penalty. Just put on a new set of tyres and he's already ringing the hell out of them. So that's always a good sign. Just going back to the leaders. Jacob Tex is catching buckets on Ollie. They're both on the same tyres. But obviously Jay doing the 2-stop, he must be doing the 2-stop. He can't take them. He's ringing them to pieces. He pitted very early. I think it was lap 4 for the mediums as well. So if he can take these at the end, then this man must be Oogie Azim. And Oogie Azim does join us in the chat. I have seen a few messages from you, Oogie. So hello and welcome. Jay Bray. Jay Bray. Lambo looking pretty tidy. Can you put tyres on, please? Says IRL Neo Rapid. Some of these drivers, some of these names, I have no idea.
I race against Neon in F6.
Neon's F6.
Oh, technically he's faster in F6. You just in F6.
Well, there you go. Sometimes the tier system isn't always accurate, but as we go on board with Praga, Ash Best and Killer Zone for P4, 5 and 6. Is Jay got past Ollie down the straight, I imagine. Oh, Praga's going to get absolutely mugged. Oh, that Williams.
Oh, wow. Another one.
What's that? 2019? Yeah, I was going to say 2019 performance. Hair? He just got absolutely mugged. 6 wings. What are you running down the straight? Praga got absolutely butchered by Killer and Ash. I know he has started on the on the hards, I should say. So he's already on lap 8 and probably feeling the effects of them now. But Jesus Christ, see ya later. See you in a bit. Mate, he's just gone to the shop, got robbed. He's had his wallet stolen, and then they've gone back past him just to smack him in the face. Then he's run away again. That's literally what's just happened. The double whammy for Praga. As long as he keeps in the DRS though, he's in quite a strong position. He needs to go a bit quicker, I think, if he wants to get a good points finish. Obviously, points don't really matter, but it's always nice to brag to your friends that you did well in the evaluation race. I wouldn't know because I retired from one and didn't qualify in the other and got taken out. So yeah. But anyway, let's carry on. Lickle under pressure from Onyx. Lewis has got past Brandon. Let's go on board with these two actually. You know what? P13 and 12. I said I wouldn't, but Brandon deserves a bit of spotlight after crashing at La Source. Isn't that right, Brandon? He's been very impressive in qualifying. He was P9. But now, fighting with Lewis down in the dumps of P13 as Lickle and Onyx trade positions for 10th and 11th. Brandon trying to get past Lewis. Lewis on a fresh set of softs. Oh, he's pushed him, he's squeezed him, he's rammed him. No, has he moved twice? No, he hasn't. No, he's kept his line. Good old Lewis. Brandon, has to be said, keeping pace with a soft tyre runner. So Lewis clearly not having a good afternoon on them softs. Could only take the medium 7 laps, and now he's on a set of softs, so he ain't going to finish the race on another set of softs, is he? He's going to have to pit. So Lewis, he's already last, basically. Oh. Here we go, Brandon. Oh, they're touching tips, they're rubbing wheels, they're kissing each other. Oh no. Oh, they've made it work though. On the hard tyres, Lewis is going to get shown the door, and by the door I'm in the gravel trap. But no, he's going to hang it around the outside. He's locked up massively. He's not going to hold that short. He's got to concede the position. And he does concede the position to Brandon Glover. Obviously, these two are going to be scrapping tooth and nail. He's not going to make a move there, surely. Oh my God, heart and mouth moment. But he's definitely shunting that Williams around the track. He's wiggling left, right, middle. He don't know where to go, that Haas. This track's very difficult. We all know that. We've had some spins. He's tapped the back of him again. Lewis is, oh God, sniffing that gearbox.
It's looking like NASCAR now with a little bump draft in here and there.
Yeah, I know. IndyCar. Oh no, Brandon Glover very wide on exit. I don't know if he got a tap or what, but it's going to be neck and neck into Belgium on Matt. I've said it before. It doesn't work. It definitely doesn't work. Oh God, it doesn't work. Well, let's just say, oh no, bus stop. No, they've collided again. And Lewis has had to go out wide because I think he's locked up and lost the rear. Brandon Glover doing a fantastic job. I think we've got to give him a bit of a break as Lickle defends from Onyx for P10. The last position for the points, even though they don't even get any points. So more like respect, recognition. You finished in the top 10. I think that's what it is. Pride. As Lickle Blocks has full airs and is quite scared to use it down the straight. He is in overtake mode now, trying to defend from the Mercedes, as we see in the background as well. Brandon and Lewis having another scrap. Is Lickle Blocks gonna continue the fight? No, he's not. Brandon's gonna have to concede as well. Onyx, I don't know if he's holding Lickle up or what, but oh, he's ran horrifically wide. Lickle's gonna have to follow him through the middle sector, but Onyx has ran wide. Here we go, Lickle Blocks up the inside. He's gonna have the outside for the next turn though. And Onyx is going to shove it up the inside. And oh no, they've made contact and Onyx. There's no way. As Lewis is going to sweep down the outside as well. And yeah, I think that's what Lickle Blocks wanted really. Onyx to make a mistake. Tried to ram it up the inside. Lickle Blocks gave him plenty of room. Good racing from Lickle. And Onyx tried to be a bit aggressive and greedy, I think. Take a bit too much of the curb. And he gets spit back out, unfortunately.
Wolman would have run on Praga to take 7th.
Yep, Praga taking these hard tyres long into the race. And still doing a decent job. He's in the top 10. And he will have very good fresh tyres for the last stint. So not doing a bad job. Just going to head up the field because I think there is a close battle. And there is Killer Zone, Ash and Ollie. Ollie's still out on those mediums. So is Bugatti. Bugatti, that gap has come down from 10 seconds to 7, but it's still a healthy gap for Bugatti. He definitely wants to take them soft, surely. As we see Ollie under attack from Ash Best. He switches left, he switches right. He gets the job done before the end of the straight. And Killer was on the back of these two, and I think he's lost it up La Source. Bit of a tragedy, he's lost a bit of time. He's kept it on the track though, which is the main thing.
He almost spun himself off the curb.
Who did?
KB.
KB spinning himself off curbs. Not what you want to be doing. He looks like he's struggling on them hard tyres at the moment. Just having a look through the field. The best battle we've seen is Ollie and Ash, but I think Ash should get away now on these tyres. Warmer is going to be under attack from Praga. I do believe down the straight if he can get DRS. Going further behind, these guys have spread themselves out. Yeah, Jacob Tex has just cut Bugatti's lead to a second, by a second I should say, as Lewis has spun and gone down a couple of positions. Onyx and Brandon, sorry, has overtaken him. Oh god. Now Onyx is now on the back of Lickle again, so Lickle's not been very quick. Onyx does seem quicker as you see Ollie get under. Oh, Ollie's been spun! Ollie's been spun. I don't know if he's tried to come into the pit lane or if he's been hit off, but oh, tragedy for Ollie. And oh, he's come back on the track and hit Francis. Oh no. Ollie's been absolutely taken out. Or he's lost it somewhere. I didn't quite catch it on stream. But it was involving one of the Renaults. It was Killer. He was the one on the back of him. So I don't know if he's just lost it himself or he has been taken out, but unfortunate for Ollie. He was taking their mediums very far and he was in a decent position. But what can you do? What can you do? And just going back to the front, Jacob Tex is cutting that gap down 10th by 10th per lap. He's looking quick, but there is a limit for these mediums, and I think Bugatti has found it and is dropping off the pace now. He's struggling going around the track. I don't know what he wants to do as Onyx and Lickle are fighting for P10 and 11. I'm just going to ignore that for a bit because I'm not really too interested, as Lickle's made a mistake I think and has gone to P12. No, it's just a fierce battle. We're going to go on board with it actually, because Lickle looks very furious. He's going at the inside. Brandon Glover's going to hold it around the outside. But no, he's going to let him go. Respectable driving from Brandon. Clearly knows his limits as he nearly clips the wall on exit. Luckily damage is off. Or else he would have been in the wall. Lickle blocks has no fuel. Just seeing the fuel indicator pop up a few times for Lickle. It's going on and off, so he is trying to save it, I do believe. But Lickle blocks has got no fuel. That man underfueled the car, and it clearly hasn't paid off because he's definitely not got the pace compared to some of these guys. I know he is trying off assist because of the lobby, but just not competing with these guys, is he, Matt?
No, not today. Maybe it's just an off day, or who knows if he's still struggling with the game.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Pits.
Praga pits on lap 14. The mediums probably the tyre of choice. I don't see him putting on the softs to take them 7 laps, 8 laps. For how many laps left? 7, 8, something like that. I can't count. Maths wasn't my strong point.
The medium. Oh wait, they switched. Just what? They still have that glitch in this game. Tires switched.
So the tyres have switched, but it is the mediums for Praga, and he has come out behind the train. The train of Lickle, Onyx, Brandon and Lewis. And Lewis still going strong on them softs, even though he's got to make another pit stop because he ain't taking them to the end. So Lewis in no man's land. We're going to see a 3-way battle actually. I'm going to go on board with Lickle. Is he going to make a dive bomb down the inside? Lickle blocks. He's got everything going for him, even no fuel. And oh, it's neck and neck going through. Oh, the spectator camera can help and hinder you. Lickle blocks switches to the inside. Nearly swipes his own wing off. Luckily damage is off. Zonix is going to try and... Oh, he just spun! Oh, see ya later. Goodbye. Have a nice trip, says Little Blocks. And Onyx can't hold it around the outside. And them hards just demolished. And retires from the race because I don't think he understands the concept of evaluation race. It's about lap times, not position. But
he does that no matter what league race he's doing, if it's real or not. He just leaves when he's not winning.
Well, he's put in the chat, I'm done. As we see, Brandon and Lickle come very, very close. Sorry, Praga and Lewis come very, very close. Don't know why it's Brandon and Lickle. Praga and Lewis come very, very close. Touching tips. As we see Bugatti and Jaketex in the pit lane. Bugatti has put on a set of...
Sauce.
Wow. In his mind, he can take them. And Jaketex must be doing the same. No! Jaketex on the mediums. So Jaketex either doesn't have a fresh set of softs or doesn't think the softs are going to go to the end. So Bugatti's in prime position. Don't know how he's going to make up this time. I'm just going to check the gap to the leader.
About 11 behind Ash.
Yeah, he's currently 12 seconds behind Ash, 11.9. So Bugatti's got a lot to make up as we watch Brandon and Lickle fight again down the straight, but it's just the same straight battle, so not really too interested. Just trying to see if there's any more higher position battles going on. Ash Best has a comfortable gap of 3 seconds at the moment, 2.7. Back to Killzone, who's doing a fantastic job. Did criticise him in the first stint, but he's pulled the stops out in this one. So Killzone hopefully can stay there for a top 2 finish. Lambo also as well in the Renault had a few altercations with a couple of other drivers. Didn't have the best qualifying as well, in my opinion. But no, he's currently sitting in third. Wommer in fourth. He's going to come under pressure from Francis, I believe, because Francis is looking very quick after the spin on the soft tyres. Is looking very quick on these hards. Going through Blanchimont, he's definitely going to have DRS for the next straight. So I am going to stay on board with these guys. Praga and Lickle are fighting as well, but I'm a bit more interested in the higher battles, so I'll keep on board with Francis as Praga gets past Lickle. Yeah, one got a decent exit coming out of turn 1, but the slipstream in the DRS, and he's got no errs. Good old Francis, but he's going to use his overtake anyway with 12% errs, and he's going to get the job. He's going to get the job done. Wommer, I don't know what he's thinking in his mind. Does he just want to maintain position and do his own race? Is he going to fight the battle? He is running low on fuel, and he hasn't got that much errs either, even though he's got more. And Lewis is out. DNF, back of the grid. Need to pit again. Rubbish. Rubbish. I don't want to see that. DNF. Onyx is obviously out, even though it's not coming from my screen, which is a bit annoying. As we see, Wommer run horrendously wide into the long sweeping left-hander. He's just struggling on these hards, I think. I think Francis has got more pace in him. So Francis is the man to look out for. But even more of a man to look out for is this man Bugatti. He's had the better of the strategies, it has to be said, and he's had a stellar of a race. And he's on them softs and he's catching bucket loads. He's cut seconds and seconds out of the lap times, which he should have, because obviously he is on the softs, and Jaketex is also out of his reach because he is on the mediums. Just check the interval to the leader. Bugatti is now 9.5 off Ash Best, but look at the traffic he's got to get through. I don't think he's going to be able to compete with that. Maybe top 3 for Bugatti, you thinking, Matt?
Maybe. You know, like we always say when we're in a party together, catching them's one thing, passing them's another.
Yeah, it has to be said. The only thing going for him at the moment is the drivers aren't that close together on tracks, so they're not just slipstreaming one another, as Ollie sets the fastest lap of the race on a set of soft tyres. Yeah, the good thing for Bugatti is that he has got slipstream now. He is in the back of Wommer, and there's not a slipstream train and a DRS train for him. So once he dispatches one driver, he should move on to the next one quite quickly. I think this is going to be his most difficult of challenges, getting past these two, because these two are the closest on track, but Francis does look quicker than Wommer at this stage and is pulling away. So Bugatti just got to keep it on the road and keep his head. He is a young lad after all. Just got to keep his head. He is a quick driver. He knows he's a quick driver, and he's just got to, you know, fork out these lap times. Now Jakey-Tech's not that far behind, but he just hasn't got the same pace as Bugatti, it seems, at the moment. Looking through the grid, Brandon and Lickle still having a fierce battle. Praga's finally dispatched them and is on his way, but he's 13 seconds off Jakey-Tech, so Praga is looking for P8 at the moment. I don't think that'll change unless someone has an accident. I think the man to look out for at the moment is Bugatti. Bugatti is the man on the charge. Jakey-Tech has pulled a second out of Bugatti, so he is getting held up by Wommer through all the sectors. Bugatti's going to go for it. He's going to go for a lunge into the bus stop chicane. Can he get it stopped? Yes, he can. He's not going to go around the outside. He's going to do the switchback on the softer compounds, but lights up the rear tyres. It's a difficult corner, good old bus stop. And here he goes as well. I don't know if he'll get DRS from Francis, but he gets that Ferrari stop beautifully for turn 1 and dispatches Wommer. Here we go though, moment of truth. He needs DRS because Wommer's all over his gearbox. He will have the slipstream and the DRS to cut past him if he doesn't have the same. Here we go, moment of truth. Wommer's all over the rear. Wommer's got DRS. Bugatti hasn't. Crucial moment for Bugatti here. He's not timed it right. He messed up the traction zone into the bus stop chicane, and it has compromised him, and Wommer has taken the position from him. Yep, detrimental, I think, Matt. I think that's it. I think that killed his race. Yep. Top 3 will be a possibility, but oh, the frustration for Bugatti. He's rammed it down the inside. Oh, Wommer's left him space, and he has forced his way through. I think he did need to do it because Jakey-Tech is all over the back of this now as well. But very, very argy-bargy from Bugatti. Clearly frustrated in that blue Scarlet helmet of his. Just running through the field. There's no other close battles really. Ashbest has a comfortable lead over Killer Zone. Lambo is catching Killer, but I don't think he'll make a charge yet. This is the closest. And as you see, Bugatti's already pulling 10th by 10th. Even in one sector, Bugatti is all over the gearbox of Francis. He's already within a second as well. So if he can dispatch Francis, he has got a chance of this third, maybe second. I don't think he'll have time to get first because we are starting lap 19 of the Grand Prix. So there's only 3 laps remaining. And the softs are going to start wearing as well, Matt. We have to take that into account.
Oh, for sure. With how hard he's driving and being stuck in traffic, they're going to wear doubly. Jakey-Tech, who did do the 2-stop strategy, is looking very mighty around here, has dispatched Wommer and will get DRS off Bugatti, I do believe, as well. We will see. It is 1.3 at the moment, so he actually might not. So Bugatti could be in clear air because Francis is also catching Lambo. He is the man on a mission at the moment. He's done his strategy flawlessly. And yeah, he's got DRS, he's got the slipstream. Yeah, game over for Francis. See you later, get in the bin. That is bye-bye McLaren. And Wommer's still contending with Jakey-Tech. No movement at the moment. As Bugatti is on the hunt. He sees the Renaults. Oh, vanilla ice cream. That's what it looks like ahead of him. Delicious. The pace that he's got. He's going to slurp it all up in that red Ferrari. He's got red tyres, he's got a red car. Not a red helmet. Could have completed the set, but no. That's all. He picks up a time penalty in P11. But no, this man Bugatti really wants to show why he is capable of F1 pace. There was doubts looming over his head. Big C wasn't convinced, and myself, I wasn't convinced, even though I don't really judge, even though I'm quite a good judge of pace. As we just see him, he's really driving the wheels of this Ferrari. I know he's on the better compounds, but he's really ringing this out, getting all the tyre life out of these tyres, and he's pushing very hard. He needs to get inside that second because Francis will have DRS on him.
Yeah, I think he can make it up in the bus stop. It's only 1.1, so if he gets the braking right, he will be on the back. He is on the better compound and will get better traction. Yeah, it's within 1 second at the moment. He's not got the first one, which shouldn't matter. It's the second one that matters the most. He is within 1 second. So Bugatti, has he timed it right? Has he got it right? We will find out. He's nailed turn 1 as well. It's 9/10 of a second at the moment. This is crunch time for Bugatti. He needs the DRS. He needs the DRS. Will he get it? It's 9/10 of a second, and he is going to get it. He's got brilliant traction through La Source as well, and Bugatti is on a charge, and Jacotex is also there with him. Let's just have a look, see if Jacotex is going to make a move. No, he's not. Francis is too far behind. Maybe Bugatti's feeling the effects of the soft tyres. It is lap 5. These tyres do not last round this track. He needs to close the gap. It is 1 second at the moment. He was lucky to get the DRS. He just got within the window. As we see Little Blocks and Brandon still fighting, but we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We care about these boys right here. As Bugatti doesn't seem to be gaining in the middle sector, so are these tyres dead? Has he pushed it too hard?
I believe so.
Matt
just
believes...
has to put damage control to keep fourth.
Matt says damage control. I don't know. I'm not convinced either, as the gap drops to within, not within, has out of the 1 second window. So Bugatti needs to put some ERS. Maybe he's just saved his ERS because he wants more down the straight. We'll find out now, but Francis is all over him. And Jacotex, oh, it's going to be a three-way battle, isn't it?
Yep, and Lambo's in DRS range of KB. So
oh, and Jacotex has made a lunge! Oh, the bus stop chicane! He nearly clashed into the back of Francis. He's getting a bit too eager on these mediums. Maybe it was a good call to go on these mediums. Jacotex reading the situation very well, but he is only P6. He was P1 for most of this race, and Francis has gone wide. Outbraked himself into turn 1 and clattered into the back of Bugatti. And Jacotex is going to be all over that. He wants some of that. Yum yum, thank you very much. But Francis is going to have the slipstream and I presume the DRS from Bugatti. So we'll get the DRS, but so does Jacotex. But Francis is all over the gearbox. Jacotex, it will compromise his race if he does let Francis back pass. Francis is going to give it everything he's got. He's using all the ERS. He's using all the DRS. He's going to go for it. He's down the inside. All this made contact and racing incident. But that's cost Francis. P6 I think is the best for him. As oh no, Killzone's gone off the track in P3. Oh, VSR Lambo's all over the inside of that into P2, and Bugatti has got a glimpse of hope for the podium positions. Oh, it's drama kicking off at Spa. As Ash Best just increases the gap further and further up ahead. But no Killzone. He was a bit rough on his tyres in the first stint. I have been impressed with his performance now, but it's crunch time and he's struggling. He is really struggling with those hards. He's made a mistake into the first start of the second sector, but Bugatti's all over the place as well. He is 6/10, so he should get slipstream down this straight, but Jacotex is all over the back of him as well, and Jacotex does have ERS deployed. He's sticking it in high, but Bugatti's sticking it in overtake, and so is Killzone. They all know what's at stake. They all know what's it going to cost them. Jacotex surely not going to make a lunge down the inside. No, he's nice and smart, gets it in second gear beautifully. Oh, even in first he shifted to at that point. Second gear, getting the revs nice and high for the exit, but Bugatti's all over Killzone. Here we go for the podium positions. We're going to switch it into the broadcast camera because even Jacotex wants a piece of this. Lambo's going to get caught as well. It might even get a four-way battle into turn, what turn is it? I don't know, 5? Top of the hill, top of the source, whatever. I don't care. I'm too stoked. At this moment in time, we've got red, we've got blue, we've got yellow, we've got all the primary colours. Let's go straight down. Here we go. Bugatti's going to make a move to the outside, and also Jacotex is going to go to the inside. No, he's not, because he's got covered up by the Renault. The Renault's done a dive bomb. He's taken Bugatti off the track. That's dirty. That's really dirty from Killzone. He's really panicking. He's not liking. Oh, and defends to the inside. Oh no, Bugatti's got to be careful because Jacotex is going to ram it up the inside. A bit of contact on the exit, and oh my god, me lungs, and Bugatti's made a mistake. No, Bugatti's made a mistake, and here comes Jacotex. He's put it in. Overtake, he's going to get the move done. Not into this turn, surely. Jacotex down the inside. Fantastic, but Bugatti on the switch back. Oh, it's brilliant racing from these two. It's not even for a podium. Killzone's done a dirty move and got away with it. Jacotex going to hang it around the inside and it's to the right-hander. Now it's to the sweeping left-hander. Is Jacotex going to keep on the inside? He's been run out wide. He's got nowhere to go. Bugatti's kept it for the moment, but there's Blanchimont in the straight on the final lap of the race. Here we go for P4. Francis might have a bite of this cherry as well on the hard tyres. They're all struggling. They're all can't cope. They've all got no fuel. They've all got no airs. He covers off the inside, Bugatti into Bolshevon. Here comes Francis as well. We're going into the bus stop chicane. Far, Jakey takes from the outside. Francis is going to go on the inside. There's no chance. Francis backs out. Bugatti defends beautifully, but Jakey takes on the inside. Who's going to get the better traction? It's going to be Jakey takes. It's going to be Jakey. He's done it in the last corner, and Francis is going to take it as well. No. Jakey takes with penalties, and Killzone doesn't even get on the podium. Bugatti takes 3rd position here on the final lap of the Belgium Grand Prix as Ash Best. Sorry, I need to mention Ash Best for the race win. Fantastic drive from him. Well done to Lambo. But oh my days, Matt Romano, what have I just witnessed on the last lap?
That was better than a league race.
Oh my days. Francis, I'm actually useless. Don't be too down on yourself, Francis. You did have a spin. You were very quick and you offered a lot of entertainment. Oh my god. My voice is gone. I've never shouted for a period of time like that in a long time. But it is Ash Best on the step, the top step of the podium in the Mercedes. Mercedes from Renault, from Ferrari. Swap the Renault with the Red Bull. Could actually have a grid slot. That would happen in real life. But congratulations to these 3. It is only an evaluation, so it won't mean anything in terms of standings, but it does mean a lot in terms of pride. Ash Best will be singing how quick he is to all of his rivals, and commiserations to the non-finishers of Maxi Luca, Will, Lewis, Onyx, and I don't think, did Sam finish the race? I'm not too sure. Maybe Sam might have finished the race. P12 for Sam, not a very good outing. Nickel Blocks did beat Brandon in the end for 10th position, but the top 10 as it goes very quickly. Ash Best from Lambo, from then Bugatti, then at Killer Zone, Wommer in 5th, Jacotex down to 6th due to penalties, did initially finish 4th I should say. 7th Francis, Prague stole the 8th position that he got well deserved on a good strategy, and TTG Ollie in 9th, and Liquor Blocks rounds off the top 10. I am knackered. There's comments flooding in left, right and centre. People probably laughing at me for screaming, and I don't blame you. I sounded like a woman. It has been a thrilling evaluation race, and I'm very pleased to be a part of it.
It was a fun time for sure.
Yeah, it was good with you, Matt, to be fair. Keeping track of things, keeping me in order. It's been a good occasion.
Someone's got to keep you in line.
Oh. Well, as I gather my thoughts and actually breathe for a change, just running through the comments. Dear God, what an ending, says Ugi Azim. Lewis called a fluke, says Wommer. F2 all day, Wommer, he's convinced. Brilliant ending, Emily K. J. Bray, Bay Dre, I don't know what your name is, mate. Just have a better name because I can't pronounce it. Looked legit, Wommer, lol. Comments flooding in left. Hashtag Lordy, will you have a voice tomorrow? J. Bay J. Ray Bray. Mate, I don't think I will. It's been a fantastic outing. Congratulations to the top 3. Bugatti, Ash Best and VSR Lewis. But congratulations to everybody who took a part and participated, you know, positively in that race. A few disappointing results. Maxi Luca didn't really get a few laps in. Lewis lost his head during the race. Onyx couldn't hack it round the outside of Liquor Blocks. But no, it's been a privilege, Matt Romano, to be part of his commentary with yourself. So maybe again in the future.
Yes. Great times.
Hashtag Lordy, it's piss easy, mate. Why do people butcher my name every time? I don't know, mate. I'm a bit of a spaz, so maybe that's why. Yeah, I need to wrap up the stream now because I'm longing it out. But anyway, join us next time, whether that may be with myself, with Big C, with Lickle Blocks, with Leon, with Matt Romano, or whoever the hell else wants to do commentary. I don't have a clue. Join us I think it's Sunday and Saturday and Sunday for the final of the evaluation races. There may be one on Thursday as well, if I do remember. But yeah, I've been in Lordy-MK, and this has been... You're supposed to say your name, Matt.
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for you to go. I thought you were trying to think of something. And it's been CTI Steam 20.
CTI Steam 20, and we have enjoyed this a thrilling experience. So congratulations to everybody, and see you next time.